wanted to share what happened. So, I mentioned that the day before, July 4th, I was meditating and I was kind of directed where to go. And I was like, that doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense because I was so close to being done with, the course. I just needed to add pictures. But then as I was going through it, I was like, oh, there's other slides I want to add. And I would get ready and then go back and make notes, right? So to be so close and then be told not to, I was like, that it doesn't make sense. And so then, and I wasn't stressed out about it. Like, I was enjoying the process, but it was a lot of work. And, just being told to do something fun, I'm like, well, I didn't plan on doing anything fun. I was planning on staying in. Well, what is around me that I consider fun? And then having to go through that thought process while I'm meditating. So all this is while I'm meditating. And I have to clarify, when I say meditating, it's not like how other people are claiming to do it for themselves. Like, it's nothing like that for me. I don't sit up straight like I'm slouching. I'm slouching and I let my head hang. so it's important to get a little uncomfortable sometimes, depending on how my head ends up hanging. It sounds funny. And then I realized, and that's what I was asking about today. So let me finish. So just going through that process yesterday of like detaching myself completely and just enjoying existing, right? Knowing that I still have notes to do, knowing that I still have this project that I want to finish. And so anyways, enjoyed the process, came back. I actually didn't do any work. I was so exhausted from the walk, like a good exhausted, like, oh, it was a good day. Like I went out, I walked, it was beautiful. I bought food, it was yummy. And, I started watching movies instead. I hadn't watched It Can Happen to You. Oh, I loved that movie when I was back in the day. Nicolas Cage and what's her name? I hadn't watched in a while. So it took me back. Like it took me back to my childhood. And then the fireworks went on and it was just like so loud, and I didn't realize how annoying it was. Just a tad. The noise pollution of it, right? Like, dang it. For people who are like, who have trauma, like, that's not a good feeling. Someone posted something about it and I was like, you know what, that's so true. Like, more and more of us nowadays are more like, like there's trauma, there's a reaction. And of course you see how animals react. That tells you everything, right? But of course we don't listen to animals. So I was kind of getting bothered by it, really. And then I thought, well, what can I do to make me feel better? So I started singing. That made me, I like that I was able to sing loud because everybody else was loud, so no one could hear me. But I ended up falling asleep on the couch. I had a dream about work, and it was my old work. Just work and notes and clients, and this feeling of like, the feeling was work and my clients. So I woke up and I meditated, and I sat with the experience a little more in the sense of like waiting for my vibration to hit. Oh, no. Before that. So with the well-being thing that I've mentioned, that I keep mentioning, where, it's Abraham Hicks, but in a cartoon version that I really like to listen. The one that was posted today was play this game to turn your vortex into real-time present tense. It's a long thing, but it totally described what happened yesterday. So I'm gonna include it in the link. Play this game to turn your vortex into real-time present tense. And so they're talking about how we're just so used to go, right? and not realizing that it's the process. Like, we're supposed to enjoy the process. So if you're not enjoying the process, right, tapping into your feelings, if you're stressed, if it's too much, that's an indicator to step back, right? Step back and do something fun. And not worry, right? And so and then this element of like doing, that all you have to do is just point to it, right? This element of pointing. And I'm putting it in quotes because it's not a literal, I want that. It is. It's the initiation of that manifestation, right? But then it's the process that is the enjoyable part, right? And so it's shifting our mentality from, I got this, right? Yes, I'm only happy when I got my reward. Shifting that thought process to, I'm enjoying running or walking or swimming along, right? Whatever mode of transportation you choose, as long as you're not pushing it and you're enjoying this process, that's it, right? It's the process that they're trying to focus us on, not the destination. But that is, bing, it's like, what is it? What is that movie? No, the TV show, right? What's her name? Where she does this. And it appears, right? So it's the same concept, but it's more like, that's what I want. Okay. And then the next day, it's like, what am I going to do? Part of the process to get one step closer, right? And then, take my attention away, do something else. Okay, one step closer. That's what I was understanding, right? But it was it was connecting to what had happened, what unfolded yesterday, because I was a little confused about that. The practicality, that's what it is. It's like, I understand the concept of it, but now that's what I'm being taught, is what I'm realizing. This next chapter is, okay, I did the healing, right? And so there's this element of like, I'm a little more balanced, a little more, because I'm always going to be a little more. Enough to now integrate, right, everything that I'm learning into practice. And this was the first step, is what I'm realizing. I'm like, okay, right? Like, now I'm putting together all the tools and the knowledge to see it play out. But I have to play by the rules, right? I can't just be too hasty and try to complete it all at once. Like, I really have to enjoy the process. So I meditated on the process, really. So now the meditation part of it, I was just like, my experience is completely different than what like you see on TV or like how other people are like, very pish posh. That's so not my experience. And so I asked about that. I don't know if it's for other people. For me, it's I have to be relaxed. And then I realized, I said, the reason why it's stress so much to clear your mind is because we don't know how to listen. That's why. And the intention, if you don't know, now I know. The intention behind clearing your mind is so that you can feel your way through the experience. So that you can feel, for some people, granted, like, I don't know if everybody, I'm sure everybody does. That's the thing, like, to some degree or another, there's this visual experience that you have. But really, it's the emotional experience, because that we all have a whiff of, right? This emotional experience. But it's not just emotions of the feeling. It's your physical body. Because when you quiet your mind and pay attention to your body, it vibrates very gently to the beat of your heart. So if you can listen to the beat of your heart and feel the beat of your heart, you will feel the vibration. You will feel the vibration. But in order for you to do that, the noggin needs to be kind of turned off, right? You can't be thinking about too much in order for you to be aware of what's happening to the rest of your body. Because I realized, I'm like, well, I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking while I'm feeling. And I'm like, but there's the claim that you're supposed to clear all your thoughts. Well, that's the first step for a lot of people where there's a lot going on here, right? The more you can tone this down, the more the rest of your body can become more aware. You'll be more aware, right? It's about balancing it out. It's about balancing it out. That's what I realized. So for the people who've just mastered the top part, that's just the first part. That's just the first step. The second step is then, okay, you're aware of your body. Okay, great. And then for some people, it's just about peace. It's literally just about peace. I feel peaceful when I do it. Great. First step. First step. Because you're busy. Your life is so busy that you don't feel any peace until you're meditating. So that's the first step. And that, I think that's why a lot of people struggle with it, because no one tells you what the steps are, right? And so that's what I realized. I was like, that's the first step. And people don't go beyond that first step. Or maybe some do, I don't know, gurus out there. Because for me, the next step is asking. For me, the next step is guide me. Like, show me what I'm supposed to do next, right? Now, granted, this whole process is me entertaining this idea, right? To see what the outcome will be, right? And you know, if I get to that process, great. You got the steps on the how to, right? So then I asked, I said, but I'm asking questions. Like, is this what I'm supposed to do? And I feel that vibration. Okay. But then that's thoughts, right? Like, so that's where I was conflicted. I'm like, if I ask questions, that means I'm thinking about what I'm supposed to do. But that's how you receive your guidance. That source communicating through you, right? Through your vibration. And so if you're vibrating, for me, right, it's a yes. The moment I stop and slow down, it's a no. Somewhere in between, I felt that, and it trips me out when it's a little bit in between, because then I'm like, great. It's a gray area. So with that mindset, I was like, okay, that's the progression of it, right? First, it's quiet your mind, experience what you experience. Next, have the physical awareness of your body, so breathing, movement, right? The subtleness of it. And then instead of like thinking about everything you have to do, it's like yes or no questions. Do I do this first? Yes or no, right? So I asked about, because the dream was about work, I said, am I supposed to focus on work today? The answer was yes. Can I do some of my project? Because I'm wanting to do a little bit more of the courses. Yes. Like, okay. I have some packages that I need to deliver. Can I go deliver those? Yes. I'm like, okay. So it's about balancing all three today. Yes. Because I don't have any clients today, so I'm excited about that. So I was like, okay, I can balance all three. Oh, so okay, I'll just finish this off. So then I said, is there anything else that I need to know? And then yes. And then I was honest with myself. I felt myself dehydrated. I went to the restroom. Orange is orange. Like a dark yellow. Not orange, it's dark yellow. And I knew, I'm dehydrated. I know I'm dehydrated. I know I need to be I used to drink a lot more water. Lately I really kind of not been on top of my health like I know I need to be. So I asked, I said, I need to work on my health, don't I? Like, I'm feeling myself a little thickness. Certain areas I want. I need to work on that, huh? I need to drink more water, right? Things I already know. And that's where the honesty with yourself comes in, right? Is, can you be honest? Can you be honest with yourself about the things that need to change? And then I asked about my toes. So I have brittle toenails. I have brittle toenails. And I was working on them. And I had everything. It was going great. And then I decided to paint them for my birthday because, you know, I hadn't painted them in a while. but I haven't like gone back to the treatment that I was doing for myself. I was like, I need to work on that, huh? And then they're like, yeah. I said, okay, I need to do that. And then so it's stuff that I know, but it was great to have a confirmation. And then I even tested. I was like, can I go to demos today? Like, no. I was like, dang it. I was like, okay. Yesterday was because I was having fun, right? But today is like, okay, no, get back. Let's start getting back. So I was like, okay. So again, it just speaks to, right? I want to go to demos. Can I go to them? Hell yeah. But it's not going to be in my highest good, right? And I'm choosing to listen. I'm choosing to listen, right? I'm choosing to entertain this idea about what I'm experiencing, right? To test it out, and to show you, or to document it. So I thought that was funny, and how the dream just highlighted, okay, this is what I need to focus on now. So it really is guiding me. Like, can I take it to a whole extreme and be like, oh my God, panicking based on what I saw? Because were there extremes? Yeah, there were extremes, but it didn't feel like it was one where I could take it literal. It was really more of like this over awareness of like, I need to make sure I keep myself safe, work with my clients, help them stay safe, and just work. It was about like, I was seeing notes, but it's from my old job. Things that I needed to fix. I'm like, I didn't leave anything. I don't think I did. I hope not. I mean, yeah. So, but I didn't overthink it. It was more like the theme was work. So I just asked, do I need to focus on work today? Yes. Okay. And there's less stress and there's less pressure. That's what I noticed. I'm like, there's less stress and there's less pressure. And it helps that I have this guidance. There's something else I wanted to share. Oh, so in the beginning, I realized it's Tuesday. So the sweeper comes on the opposite side. So I needed to move my car so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. But I have to leave the door open so I can hear the sweeper come by. But I was starting to meditate. So I was like, oh, it's going to be loud. Because, I get really distracted. And I remember hearing somewhere about, no, it was them again. It was Abraham Hicks. And they had said that wherever you are, it's just about the experience, right? And just listen to it. So then I was just starting to meditate. So I challenged myself. I said, I'm going to see if I can listen to my body, feel the vibration, even with all the distraction. Because then there was like the trash can, and because I'm not too far from like where the main street is, like I can hear people. And so there was this awareness of like, oh, okay, I need to filter out the sounds. Can I filter out the sounds and still feel my vibration? And I did. And it was so cool. I was really excited about that. So anyways, I just wanted to document that awareness, that the next phase, for those of you that have already achieved the peacefulness, right, of not thinking anything, the next phase is to increase your awareness of your body's vibration, right? It's the body's vibration. And then once you're comfortable with the vibration and being able to determine like when you're vibrating and when you're not, right? And kind of just become comfortable with the movement of your body, the subtleness of it. Then the next step after that is to ask yes or no questions and test it out and and have fun with it. Really. Have fun. I wanted to add one more thing just to get it on camera. I asked about my health because I haven't gotten tested, like STD tested stuff still. I had it planned. They canceled on me because the doctor was out sick. So I was like, great. I wanted something for July, but then they said they couldn't schedule so far in advance. So I need a call now that we're in July. I need a call to just get tested. I just want to get tested, and have like a whole pap smear and everything. And so I decided to ask about that too, because I was on a health trip about it. And I found out through one of my clients, I found out that I guess when you do your STD testing, they won't test for herpes. Like they won't, it's a separate, like they have to add it on in your blood work, but they won't automatically test it. Like if you get an STD, I guess it doesn't. I didn't know that. So I was like, oh snap, good to know, right? So that when I call and ask for it, I ask specifically for that too. And so, so I, you know, again, I don't have any symptoms or anything. But I decided to ask about that too, because I was on my health trip, and I was like, am I good down there? Like, is there anything I should worry about? And I got no. I was just like, should I still get tested just to make sure? just to document it, because I want to document this. And it was like the yeah thing. But I'm like, but you're sure? Like, I'm good. Like, there's nothing, I don't have like anything. I said no. So I was like, okay, I didn't think so. But I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted your clarification, right? And then I figured, I'm like, well, you know, I'm gonna ask, and then I'm gonna go do it anyways, right? And get tested, get the right practical confirmation, because I know I had been documenting about it before and I hadn't done it. And then I scheduled to do it, but then they canceled on me. And so now I need to call and reschedule it, really. Just reschedule it. So just wanted to add that a little bit. So, all right. That's it. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learned to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next.